Harimoto will start this best of 7 with the serves. Now, whether you're watching or not, there's no question about who won this point. Harimoto starting off strong. I only said that because I looked down for a moment to write something, but still was quite clear on that. Now, this is one thing I think is important to acknowledge. Harimoto is a fighter, yes. He cheers, he screams, but he's a gentleman. He always plays fair. You can see that in the way he shakes hands even after some really heartbreaking losses. There's always eye contact. There's always a real sign of respect from Harimoto. And a good start here with 75% of the first 4 points.
3-1.
Ooh, the slap shot comes back to the corner. You like that, huh, Varsha?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was totally unexpected. I thought Harimoto had the winner when the return was a little high.
2-4.
A good serve from Harimoto. Calderano moving to his extreme forehand. He loves that backhand flick from his forehand side.
It's funny, Harimoto knows this well. It's been such a key part of his game, that over-the-table backhand receive. So he also knows how to serve to someone who likes to do that. Attempted side spin with the top spin carries a bit long. I wouldn't be surprised if, as the match develops, we get more explosive rallies with both of these tables, or both of these players rather, mid-distance behind the table.
4-4.
And they've both played afternoon matches today. They played their quarterfinal matches, so it's a second match in the day for them. We'll have to see who's recovered quicker.
It's interesting having an 18-year-old. I think as we get older in general, we remember, oh wow, you don't heal as quickly. So that might be advantage Harimoto, but we'll see. Hugo Calderano takes excellent care of himself. Sleeps 9 to 10 hours a night. I mean, just really pays attention to all the details.
An excellent short return of serve from Harimoto. Not the short return this time, just went for the hard backhand flick. So Calderano losing both points on his serve.
Oh, just out of reach. What a lob from Calderano for that ball. I mean, really impressive fetch. It comes down deep enough on the table, but Harimoto gets up. Look at the power on this one. But watch the second one. And he goes back to the forehand. That was pretty shocking. Usually against lobs, people play to the backhand until they can hit the ball out of reach to the forehand. But Harimoto had just played to the forehand and then did just that, hit it out of reach. That's the backhand you talk about, though. Calderano creeping around to steal that opening attack with some top spin.
This time Harimoto was ready for that flick, the backhand flick, and then he played the ball cross court. Takes a nice 3-point lead in this opening game.
So 4 game points for the 18-year-old sensation, Tomokazu Harimoto. A very casual attempt. I'm not quite sure. I think he might have realized both children, Miwa and Tomo, incredibly strong, and a gift, omiyage, to start off game 2.
On the very high toss serve.
Little selfie action in the crowd.
1 all.
I think the only thing better than that selfie would be taking a screenshot showing that you're taking a selfie here. Good pressure over the table.
Yeah, just look how low Calderano gets on the service return. You can almost see his face through the net.
Yeah, no, there was a meme after the Olympic Games. Him and Dima. When Dima serves, Dima puts his whole body under the table. And when Hugo receives, it's sort of a peekaboo, like just the eyes. He's got a lot of fun rituals that the world loves to sort of remind each other of. Ooh, second time this game. I mean, we're talking, what, 2/3 of his opponent's points so far. That's how tough Harimoto is to serve to.
Yeah.
It's not like Hugo can't put the ball on the table. There's not a lot of options for good serves. But here, tightens it up, plays more centrally on the table, low, half long. Well played.
A lot of underspin on that ball from Calderano, and Harimoto acknowledges that maybe he shouldn't have gone for that shot so quickly. The forehand flick.
Where'd Hugo Calderano go? Oh, there he is.
3-4.
For those of you just joining us, Hugo Calderano, I don't use the word talented much. I hesitate to, but he's one of the most talented players in the game.
So why do you hesitate to use the word?
Because I've heard that it doesn't exist. We'll talk about it over food. Good pressure down the middle. But just to highlight Calderano, I mean, he can dunk a basketball. Could have played volleyball professionally when he was 12. He said, I think table tennis is the one for me. He's a speed cuber with the Rubik's Cube. He knows the name of every capital for every country in the world. Oh, right back down the line. And he can do this. And he can do this.
Amazing shot from Calderano. Way away from the table. He just slaps that forehand for a winner.
And a long serve. Still playing gutsy serves. This takes real determination. I mean, when you've taken risks on serves and missed 2 of the first 3 in the game, but you still come out and continue, that's guts and determination.
Wrong footing Calderano there. Harimoto is just playing that backhand topspin. Calderano was moving to his extreme backhand side and was wrong-footed completely.
Yeah, very clever play from Tomokazu to exploit the wide opening. I mean, he took a risk. Calderano turned because he thought he had handcuffed Harimoto. When people turn like this, it's not, we might say blind turn, meaning they turn a little bit early before the ball's been contacted. But they're using years of experience and just calculating the odds of what's likely to come back before they turn. That's why they take that risk. Wow, very careful, patient play. Touch play near the net, takes his time to put side spin on it and just make sure the ball's out of reach.
Yeah, this shot here, I thought maybe he could have played the attacking shot, but chose to wait instead, which turned out to be the correct decision.
There's so much to say about Hugo Calderano, but I think I should share some personal stuff about Harimoto as well. Loves baseball. At 5'10", I mean, that's a decent height for a pitcher, which I think would be his favorite position.
Japan's big into baseball.
Sure is. During our Ask a Pro Anything, Tomokazu did his Hideo Nomo impression. Used to pitch for the Dodgers anyway. Good serve here, earns himself a third ball attack when has his choice of where he wants to go. Take a look off the side of the table, not wide enough to go around the net, but that's a risky shot anyway, to wait for it to drop and go that wide.
8-9.
Tight serve. Seem to be a bit longer here, deeper into the center of the table, shutting down the Chiquita receive. Well, now, a little bit of a kick. Side and top spin combined to make the ball jump off that second bounce, and it finds the edge of the racket for Tomokazu Harimoto.
2 outright service points for Calderano. One, the quicker serve into the body, and the second point also was a slightly shorter serve, which Harimoto couldn't play the backhand open to. Both players taking advantage of their serves. That was a slightly side spin return attempted by Calderano, bringing up game point.
Backhand just long, and Harimoto with a 2-0 lead over Hugo Calderano. Remember, if Harimoto goes on to win this match, well, they're pretty close. They might sort of flip-flop, leapfrog a little bit. Outstanding point. I guess it wouldn't really be leapfrogging because they're just switching. It's not like they're climbing up. If Tomokazu became number 3 and then Hugo became number 2, then they'd be leapfrogging.
This is the highest that Calderano has ever been at number 4, and that is an amazing achievement.
I don't think it'll be his highest for long. Meaning, he's going to keep moving up. He's on his way. Ooh, when do you see that? You saw Harimoto watch that go, and he just watched it almost like if you're waving goodbye to like a loved family member on a bus. You're like, oh, bye, 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 still bye.
1, 3.
Weren't you surprised that he watched it all the way to the barrier? Anyway, life goes on just like that ball to the barrier. Good pressure. Harimoto in at the table. At the towel break, remind me to tell you why I'm so confident that Calderano will climb in the rankings. Towel break, thanks for the reminder. So, Calderano plays in the Americas. Continentally, there are a lot of points up for grabs. And if you win, whether you're in Oceania, let's say you play for New Zealand, or you play for China, winning your Continental Cup is worth the same. Hugo Calderano is a strong favorite in the Americas, the Pan Ams. And I think there are 2 tournaments, the Pan Am Champs and the Pan Am Cup every year. And he's playing incredible table tennis. He's 25. He hasn't peaked physically nor mentally. Oh, and also who's in front of him in the world rankings? Ma Long and Xu Xin. Now these players, I don't expect, they're not here. They weren't at the World Championships. So their points are going to disintegrate. Those might be vacancies that'll be moved into shortly with a great view of the ocean of world number 1. So valuable real estate, that 2nd and 3rd world ranking. Who knows, it could be these 2 that fill the spots.
I was just going to say that.
6, 4.
He's really caught Harimoto on that extreme forehand. Beautiful shot. Again, Harimoto shaping up to try and go to his backhand side, but maybe a little bit of edge on that, but an excellent shot by the Brazilian.
Now here looking for the parallel as well, but Harimoto, you can see sort of gliding over that way just in case. He establishes himself well early in the point by driving Calderano behind the table. Then he doesn't have to worry too much about the angles or a surprise. His receive game is so strong.
If anyone is sleeping in the stadium, they're going to wake up because of Harimoto's, you know, after every point that he wins, he lets out his shriek. Not 1, maybe 3.
Forehand flick is so pretty. Just slaps the ball. You can hear the sound of the lack of spin on this shot. I mean, there's a little bit of topspin, but
Yeah.
really comes behind that hard.
He's won 3 points in a row. Make that 4.
Okay.
And
4.
from 4-6 down, he's up 8-6.
I mean, this is pretty much, you don't want to say the last chance turning point wise. We've seen comebacks. I mean, Calderano was up 3-0 when Liang Jingquin came back. Truls Morgaard did something similar. Was down 0-3, I think, against Lim Jong-hoon. Won 4 games in a row. So it's possible, but percentage-wise, well, it'd make for a much better story, at least for the winner.
A little bit of lucky, he got a little lucky on the return of serve, and then that backhand flick, so much of pace. He's got 2 serves to come at 9-7.
A little bit of extra tuck before that backhand to create some real racket speed. There are a lot of things I like about WTT, but the coach's bench, one of my favorite. Ooh, man, on the way up and on the way down. The ball was looking shy for a minute, like, should I cross? What's on the other side? Okay, I'll go.
Oh, my
there
goodness.
It is. Ball and net are really doing a lot of public displays of affection out here today. Culturally, questionable. 9 points apiece, a game decided by a mere 2 points. Calderano looks perfect in this point. I mean, he plays and takes his shots, sets them up well. Watch his form, his technique here. It's tough not to watch Harimoto in this shot because he's just blocking everything back perfectly.
Yeah, but he held his ground, and that was important. He did not back off from the table.
So game point here for Harimoto on the receive. Well, now Calderano ties it up, deuce. In game number 3, they'll alternate serves until one player has a 2-point lead. They've had some close games, but this would be the best one to have deuce in. Harimoto perfect on that serve to shut down that opening Chiquita.
Yeah, that is Calderano's favorite shot on the service return. Faces a second game point.
Ooh, into the body. Not so often you see Harimoto completely nullified. I mean, he didn't get a shot back. He was just trying to make contact with the ball. I mean, hoping for much more, you'd think. Guided back deep on the table maybe, but usually he's quite aggressive. Second deuce point.
How good was that? He allowed Calderano to play the backhand open, but then he was so ready for the block. And then that powerful down the line forehand.
You've said held his ground, and I think that's a key factor here. The timing for when he takes his attacks, it's just suffocating for the opponent. It drives them back, doesn't give a chance to react. Oh, but he creates his own opportunity here. That's funny. I mean, just the concept of creating your own opportunity, playing someone who doesn't allow you the shot, and he finds a way to set it up. Comes in quick, follows his serve, just a little bit of height, and still topspin on it, but a lot of speed down the line to hit it past. Now this is surprising for me, for a few reasons. Not to say that there was anything wrong with what Harimoto did, but Calderano was able to shut down the opening attack of Harimoto. Soft touch, took the first opportunity. So Calderano time. That'd be an Instagram handle, and it'd also be an important thing for him here. think it's actually Time Calderano. That's why I got it backwards. Either way, 4th deuce point.
An excellent push return on the serve.
Yeah, Harimoto didn't leave a lot of option for Calderano. Said if you want to try to run around and play a backhand on this one, good luck. Oh, the pressure. Heavy topspin coming in from Calderano behind the table. Harimoto's put these down throughout this game consistently. Good save. Just one fishing shot first from Calderano. And heavy topspin back. 2nd game point for Calderano. Jeez, what a receive. Talk about fearless.
Yeah, I mean, that was a quicker serve from Calderano. He thought that maybe he was hoping that Harimoto would miss his backhand. But how quick was that?
I mean, sometimes a serve like this, you've got a player who's good over the table. Maybe you're hoping they're coming in a little bit and you have to backpedal to get there. Could this be nerve? I mean, Harimoto has made almost everything against topspin that comes his way. But in the last few points, between that heavy side topspin forehand from behind the table and that slower spinny shot just there, Calderano sets up another game point. And he takes the game. This could be the crucial turning point. I say that having recently played against a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old in Japan. And the parents are just such good parents. The kids have so much fun. Ooh, 3rd one that I recall.
Yeah.
But it's been a while. I mean, he made it through the thick and important part of the last game to be here with the game on the scoreboard.
Harimoto knows that Calderano is going to move to his extreme forehand and play that backhand flick. So just a little bit of extra spin on that ball.
Let's see, he was sort of correcting himself, a little bit of self-coaching there from Harimoto after a decision that he clearly didn't really agree with. But here a bit more topspin on the shot, making sure that he keeps that elbow high to get the racket just a little bit of room for backswing and a little bit of snappage. Yes, I said snappage. Oh, turned and burned. Such quick decisions. As soon as you sense that the opponent's starting to turn, goes right the other way. Oh, that Chiquito is perfect. Look at that angle of the racket. How loose was his wrist? And we've talked about the body, the physique of Tomokazu Harimoto, how massive his arms have gotten, but he's still able to stay loose. I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself. It's been a while since I've seen Harimoto play Fan Zhendong, but same with Hugo Calderano, and they've both beaten him before. Not many can say that about the world #1.
Whoever gets to the final, I mean, it's going to be an amazing match, and what an atmosphere it will be tomorrow.
That's right, I've heard that it's sold out.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's some pressure from early on.
Yeah, we thought after the loss of that last game, after having game points, Harimoto would be a little disappointed, but he's come out even stronger. He's trying to build up a good lead, which he has. 7-2 up. A slap backhand down the line from Calderano.
You know, when I see Hugo Calderano beating the top players in the world, let's say the top Chinese, a big part of it has been parallels over the table. But he hasn't been able to get in easily. Harimoto's service game has been very strong, and same with his receives. 2 most important shots in the game.
A little bit of extra spin on that ball from Calderano. Didn't go for the outright winner. But Harimoto just closing the face of his racket a little too much. The ball goes into the net.
When have you seen Calderano do this? This is, well, I don't want to say desperation, but it's open-mindedness. Here's a nothing serve. Oh, it's tough. Fourth time, but I'll tell you, we've seen it. Anyone who's been watching table tennis in the last 4 years has seen the best in the world pull out empty serves like that.
Yeah. This is like how probably a beginner, you know, who's learning table tennis and learning serve would probably serve like that.
Right. I mean, the details, obviously, we'll talk about that in a minute, but 11-5, Harimoto.
Calderano trying the deep push.
Oh, goes for the killer shot. Very tough to time. That ball coming in at a very steep downward angle.
Yeah, in the afternoon session, we actually saw Harimoto miss one smash similar to that one. He's not that tall a player, so the ball after it bounces on the table is like above his head.
Who's not that tall a player?
Harimoto.
The tallest player on the Japanese team by inches?
Yeah, but generally I'm saying.
Well, they're super high lobs. Relative to the lob, it's not easy to come down. I will tell you, he's got one of the most unique drop shots against lobs I've ever seen. Oh, the two-handed backhand and from way behind the table. This one gets away from Harimoto. This is why you never give up. And Calderano fights hard for this. Just one more on one foot, gets the two-hander ready just in case.
What retrieving from Calderano. Amazing stuff.
Shotgun power from that rocket backhand. I want to tell you about that drop shot.
Yeah.
When the lob comes in, Tomokazu Harimoto, to disguise his drop shot, will jump like he's going to smash it, and he'll do a tomahawk touch shot. It's very short. And almost nobody can return it. But here the power comes out, scoreline, it's now or never if Calderano wants to move on through. He must win this game and every one for the rest of the match. Harimoto's got a choice, but he'll choose this game if he has any say about it. Off to a good start so far, Harimoto.
The serve just long enough for Harimoto to play that backhand topspin. Just flicks his wrist and quite a lot of power behind that shot as well. And you know, he might be mentally tired as well. I mean, it is really late at night. They've had to wait for 3 long matches. They've both played afternoon matches today as well. So when the mind is tired, it kind of doesn't agree with what your body wants to do. And that's when mistakes come in. And these are some of the mistakes that he's made today.
Man, sleep, food, keep these things away. Here's the backhand serve.
You said he sleeps, what, 8-9 hours a day? It's
9,
way past
10.
his bedtime.
Oh, yeah. I think right about now he'll be going to bed. I don't think he sets an alarm yet. 9 to 10 hours a night. 2 serving 9, 2 points away from moving on. And Harimoto now sets up 8 match points to get a match against the world #1, Fang Zhendong. Well, no exhibition points here. Calderano fighting. It's a long way to go, but it would make for an amazing story. Still 7 match points for Harimoto. And he only needs that one, his second attempt. Tomokazu Harimoto with a good handshake.